What's going on, guys? Aggronix here. Welcome back to another week of the UCL. This is a very different sort of video. It's a video we didn't do the first week. I'm joined by Joey. Joey, say hello to the masses.
What's up, masses?
What's up, masses? He is your coach of the FC Bagonlona. I am your coach of the Cork City Cradilys. Shit, I keep messing that up. But in the first week, we just had a normal week. You know, we just did the battle, and it was a lot of fun. But this week, I decided, you know what? Let's kind of analyze the week. I thought it'd be something different to do for the channel, something really cool. And, you know, I just got to hang out with Joey, so it's a pretty good time. So with that being said, I have the power rankings right here. Oh, very. And this is really cool. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to throw in each of our 2 cents about the team, how they're doing in the first 2 weeks. And then we'll go over our teams, like my team and then Joey's team, and see how he's doing. And we'll talk about who, you know, maybe Joey's playing next week or I'm playing next week. By the way, Joey, I just meant to ask you, how are you doing? Are you 2-0?
I am 2-0.
Oh my god.
I got some lucky pairings on the schedule, so.
Alright. I wonder how that happened.
Completely by luck and coincidence.
Oh yeah, completely coincidence. But with that being said, do you want to just start off with the Pittsburgh Pangoros?
Sure. I played them week 1. Sorensen played them week 2. And, you know, they didn't start off very well. They got a 5-0 and a 6-0 loss, so they're going to definitely have to turn it around once conference starts. But, I mean, with these guys, you never know. They can just catch fire one week and completely counter-team someone, so...
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You can't write them off, but at the moment, you know, we're still trying to figure out, you know, who's who. So they could have just gotten, you know, 2 teams that are completely...
Yeah, they could have just got really unlucky with the draw.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing to say, are they in Magma or Aqua Conference?
They're in the Magma Conference.
Okay, so you and me will basically never play them.
Yeah,
basically. Except for you, who played them first week. And then, what's their team? Because don't they have the Mega Absolute Cabalion? Or is that a different team?
I believe that's a different team. I'll pull up their draft list right now.
Yeah. They
have Garchomp, Empoleon, Drapion, Hariyama, Stunfisk, Mega Glalie, Whimsicott, Cresselia, Doublade, Mandibuzz, and Vigoroth.
Yeah, they definitely have a good team. Like, they can do work. Like, just naming off some of the mons, Garchomp's really strong and fast. Glalie can be a threat. And Cresselia is obviously one of the best walls in the game, along with Mandibuzz? How is this man losing? I don't understand. I mean, like I said again, he could have just got really unlucky with the draw. But still, that's pretty disappointing for him. And
he has a pretty good hazard control there with Empoleon as well, so...
Yeah, Empoleon is just, you know, one-man shop. You know, he can just stealth rock and defog in one man. That's really good. So yeah, hopefully they do better. Pittsburgh Pangoros, if you see this, good luck to you. I hope you do okay. And yeah, so let's move on to the Boston Blastoise.
Yeah, I would have put them at number 16, but the Pangoros lost 6-0. The Blastoise lost 5-0 this week, and it was their actual first game. We had to bring them in for a different coach.
Yeah, so there was a bit of a problem with that. So, but what's their team again? Are they the team with the Cabalion? There's some team with the Cabalion that is really strong, and I know they're like low down. So, or is that the Long Island Rufflet Riders? That is.
The Rufflet Riders have Cabalion Absol.
Yeah, that's the team I was thinking of. Because apparently, I thought they were doing pretty bad, and now apparently they're okay-ish?
We'll get to them.
We'll get to them in a second, Jay.
This is the team with Ferrothorn, Latias, Charizard X, Zapdos.
Wait, that's the Boston Blastoise?
Yes, that is.
Oh my god, so far we've gone through 2 teams that are completely monstrous, and they cannot pick up some wins.
Yeah,
because when I was looking through the list of teams that I was scared about facing, actually I don't even know if I'm going to face them, I was just looking at teams. I was like, that team's going to be a problem if I face them. But they're only 15.
They're in our conference.
So I will face them?
Eventually you will, yeah.
Boston Blastoise. If you hear this, I'm coming to get you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Whatever.
I mean, the other reason he's so far down, aside from the 5-0, is he brought the wrong team for the first battle, and they had to restart that battle. So,
Oh, okay.
so that doesn't really help.
Yeah.
In your
so
ranking.
their conference, the start of their conference is when it really starts for them. That's when it starts picking up. Hopefully, because you don't want to see someone get 6-0'd. Like, that's the worst thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, they kind of had like 10 minutes prep with this actual team to go up against what we'll find out later is the number 3 power ranked team in our list. Oh, really?
Wow. They went up against number 3. Yeah, that's pretty hard. That's pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I really got to say about the Boston Blastoise. Good luck to them. You and me are gonna face them soon. I know about me. You probably.
Yeah. We're in the same conference, so we're gonna get them sometime.
So we're gonna face them eventually. So Boston Blastoise, again, if you're listening to us, thank you. So let's move on to the Trident Tortugas. This is a team that I know for a fact is good. I know this team is good. I know this is a good team, but I can't remember what's on it. I know it's good though.
It's got a lot of dark types, and very weak to fighting and bug. But one of the ways they get around that is simply by drafting Mega Scissor. So there's no real powerful U-turner out there aside from the regular Scissor, but that's non-conference since you played them last week. So you know.
So the Trident Tortugas, what's their team? I know that the Mega Scissor. I vaguely remember their team.
They got Bisharp, Umbreon,
oh
Darmanitan,
yes,
Gengar,
Crawdaunt.
They have Zoroark, so I
yeah, that was something I was thinking to myself, like, that's a really, really cool mon to draft, because it's something different, you know? Cause
I mean, you can disguise it as something.
Exactly, yeah, it's a different mon.
Maybe, like, if you disguise it as one of your threats, maybe it doesn't do any work on the team, but as a coach, you get that knowledge of, all right, this is his only answer to my threat. How do I deal with it? How do I get rid of it? And then my threat can get loose.
And also, not only that, say he disguises himself as Espeon, they go for a Dark type move like Knockoff, whatever. Zoroark takes that no problem, sets up a nasty plot, and who knows, maybe sweeps the team. You never know.
I mean, there's different ways you can run it, and, for being only 20 points, the lowest value of a Pokemon, that's a pretty nice pickup.
Yeah, I mean, Zoroark is actually really, really... was Zoroark? Yeah, Zoroark was only in Tier 5. Wow. I didn't think of that. So, that's pretty crazy. Trident Tortugas are in, I think, the Magma Conference, I'm sure?
No, they're in our conference as well.
Oh, really? So, again, another team that if you hear this, we're coming to get you. And, yeah, like, they seem to be doing the right things. Like, they got a really strong Mega. They have really, really good defense in Umbreon. They have good U-turners in Scizor and Darmanitan. They have like 3 immunities in Gengar, bar Mold Breaker. And then you have Bisharp with great priority. So I think, and Crawdaunt, never mind. So I think they have a really, really good team. It's just how they use it. Like,
yeah, they also seem to get Crustle and Garbodor mixed up. So,
Crustle and
maybe,
like, what you mean? Like, he brought...
They brought the Garbodor, and fortunately enough, it didn't affect the game much. But
yeah, because isn't the team that I faced last week? They have Garbodor.
They have the Garbodor.
Oh,
yeah,
they
got Crustle, and yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate for them.
That's I think the big problem for them is they just don't have they don't put the time into team prep. I don't know if they have other priorities, or if they just kind of just show up to battle and pick 6.
Because like at the end of the day, this is for fun, but some people can obviously spend more time in it than others. It's just that's how it goes. So anything else you want to say on the Trident Tortugas?
No, should be a week to week kind of deal, whether they're going to blow you away or just kind of
because
be average.
It's kind of weird because they have an offensive team, so they can either be very hit and miss. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do. Next up is the LX Forest Future Sites. And one more thing on the Tried and True, guys. If you're seeing this, wish you the best of luck in the league. And I hope we have a great match when I meet you. But the LX vs Future Sites, I'm going to jump in straight away because I fought these guys week 1. And they were a bit of a problem for me. Not going to lie. Miltank was pretty scary. I didn't plan enough for it. But I did notice something when team building. I think you'll agree with me. They have a lot of mons that are weak to the same thing. They have a lot of ground weaknesses in Metagross, Arcanine, Nidoqueen. They have a lot of fire weaknesses. What is it? They have a lot of grass weaknesses. And huge fighting weakness. Like, oh my god, the bottom half of their team is just all normal types. Except now, I think they've swapped out something.
Yeah, they did swap out Furfrou for Huntail, so...
Yeah, that's what I heard, yeah. Which I don't I kind of agree with, but I mean, it's just another water type. So, we'll see what happens with them. But, like...
It gets rid of a fighting weakness and helps with the fire weakness, so I can see what they're thinking there.
How does it help with the fighting weakness, though? It's just pure water, isn't it?
No, it gets rid of one of the fighting weaknesses. They got rid of one of their normal types.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, good point. But and Huntail, I'm not saying Huntail is bad. That's Shell Smash, I'm sure, which is really broken. But it's another water type. It's another grass weakness. It's another electric weakness. We'll see how it goes for them. I believe are they 1-1 or 0-2?
No, I played them week 2.
Oh, did you? That's funny. So we both played them. So do you want to say anything about them?
Yeah, They didn't bring their tier 0 Mega in Mega Metagross against me, nor did they bring Skarmory. But
really?
they let my Mega Camerupt set up 2 rock polishes, which was
it says it right here, yeah. Mega Camerupt.
That was a definite mistake.
Jesus. Well, I mean, I understand why not bringing the Metagross and Skarmory, because you have Excadrill, you have Rotom Heat. I understand why, but still, I feel like you always have to bring Metagross because it just puts on so much pressure. It forces people to play differently. Because, like, oh, I can't let this die because I have no way to deal with Metagross. You know, that kind of mentality? So,
I had to throw a Scarf onto my Excadrill instead of just... putting rocks on there and then just running speed and attack with some item because I had to outspeed that Metagross, and if my Excadrill didn't do it, there was nothing that could one-shot it.
Does Rotom Heat's Overheat not one-shot? I'm sure it does.
It does, but the problem is I wouldn't outspeed.
But you could Choice Scarf Rotom Heat. I love Choice Scarf Rotom Heat.
Yeah, I mean, that's also a possibility that I thought of, but at the last moment I decided to swap out Rotom Heat for Camerupt, and then
true.
Just look for a chance to set up, a rock polish or 2, and then after 2 rock polishes, aside from priority, he was useless against me, and he let me. I think I got this burn with Sableye on his Kecleon and switched in Mega Camerupt and just kept playing the Sucker Punch game with him. Yeah,
it's definitely unfortunate. Porygon, if you're watching this, a few tips. I mean, I'm not the best, but in my opinion, first week against me, was he running Sap Sipper Miltank?
He was. That was
really.
That was his counter to your
Superior. So I did actually make the right play because I was thinking Hidden Power Fire did literally nothing.
Yeah, I think he ran it specially defensive with the Sap Zipper, maybe.
Possibly, because you'd have to run some weird set to take only 10% from a Superior. I know, yes, I wasn't a +2, but it's,
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know.
Miltank itself is bulky as well, so...
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not saying Miltank is bad, I'm just saying that. Yeah. But a few tips. Always bring Metagross and try to do something with Celebi. I was so scared of Nasty Plot Celebi. You have no idea. Nasty Plot Baton Pass? Into Nidoqueen or something?
Oh, yeah. The Nidoqueen was a problem, and I actually ran HP Bug on my Life Orb Shaman just for the Celebi.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Wow. The only thing I don't like about that is it doesn't hit anything else, but still, that's a cool idea still.
Yeah, I mean, I had pretty much answers to everything else, but,
so actually in your case, Hidden Power Bug is the right idea to do. But Alex, Porygon, if you're watching this, good luck to you, man. I don't think we face them again. I don't.
Nope.
I doubt it.
They're out of conference, so they're in the Magma Conference, so they're going to start again. And I think the Magma Conference is the easier of the two, so they should have a pretty good time.
Oh yeah, definitely. We have such a bad conference, man. But I think we should move on to the Long Island Rufflet Riders. Now, these are guys that I know are good. This is the absolute Cobalion team.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, a bit of backstory on this. Correct me if I'm wrong. They took over from another coach.
Yes.
Who left the Curabidia Darkrise.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, the Curabidia Darkrise, they drafted Hoopa Unbound, and everyone was saying, what are you doing? That's insane. You know, Hoopa is great, but it costs so much points, you know, to get. And I was I was one of the few that was like, no, don't get Hoopa Unbound. It's not worth it. But he did, and I think he immediately regretted it, because I think what happened in week 1, basically he didn't run the right set. He couldn't run a set that was legal, or something.
And he ended up not bringing the Hoopa.
Yeah, and I don't think it was because he didn't want to. I'm 100% sure it's because there was something wrong with his set.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but the Long Island Rough Riders are a really cool team. Obviously they're a lot better now because we have Mega Absol and Cobalion, which are two really, really strong mons. So if they play that right, I think they can go really, really far. They also have what else do they have? Noivern?
They do have Noivern.
Yeah.
They got picked up Thunder's Tea, so that makes nice.
Thunder's Tea, that's another really good mon as well. I forgot to think about that. Yeah.
So they have Volt Switch from Cobalion and Thunder's Tea and possibly Electrode. They got the U-turn from Victini,
Noivern,
and Noivern, and they also have Ditto as well.
Yeah, and Ditto. I mean, you could literally do anything with Ditto. So, I think they have a good team. Hopefully, they start playing a little bit better. Not that they're playing bad, but I saw their battle and they didn't do that bad.
No, I mean, right now their franchise has been unfortunate in the fact that they've had to play the number 1 and then the number 2 ranked power ranked.
Oh yeah, that doesn't help.
That doesn't help you out much.
Yeah, no, but
I put them higher just because they tried and at the end clawed the differential back. So that
yeah, I saw that live actually. Victini coming back.
Victini and Floor just did enough work to impress me that they were playing for differential. They understood that the loss was kind of there.
Yeah, because some people might just forfeit. Yeah.
They tried to claw back and just make sure that, you know, they give themselves a chance come conference time.
Yeah. So I think that's all we want to say on that. Is that true?
Yeah, that should be good.
All right, so number 11 is the Green Bay Giggling Gorga. Swishy, right?
Yes, that's Swishy.
This is Swishy's team. Shout out to Swishy. This is a team that I think can go really far. I think they have an incredible team.
They have a very defensive team.
Yes.
And I think their problem was won and lost, or their game was won and lost in the team building, and I think they only brought one offensive mon in Mega Lopunny, which is good, but I mean, when you look at your opponent's team and your opponent's team has a lot of threats in there that need to be dealt with that can wear down your walls pretty easily, you need more than just Mega Lopunny to hit back with, and that's the problem they fell into.
Yeah, well, I like about their team, if you guys don't know their team, you only need to know like a few of them. They have Megalopony, Landorus T, Salamence, and Gudra, which in those 4 is great for. They have Lantern and Quagsire, I believe.
They do.
Wheezing, which is holy crap. Lantern and Wheezing on the same team is monstrous.
Bronzong, Regice as well.
Bronzong and Regice, Trevenant. Oh my god, this team is way too good. So what I would suggest is just bring Landorus and Salamence the whole time, like Metagross, unless you really, really can't. It puts on so much pressure, you know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, they have a lot of defensive mons, so that they need to bring more than just one powerful hitter every week, and you know, maybe a stall or like a really bulky offense is definitely going to be the way to go. But if they run it right, it's going to be very hard to take on.
Oh yeah, And the only thing that I will say about their draft, it's kind of sucky for them. They have a pretty large ice weakness, other than Lantern and Regice that resist it, and I think that's it. Salamence, Gudra, Landers T, Trevenant, Golem. Is there one more? I think that's it. And Lopunny that can hit ice types, but you know, it's still, that's a big weakness, you know. So I think that's all we need to say. And also, they have double Intimidate, which is, I love Intimidate. I think Intimidate is a great ability. The fact they have 2 is really good. So I think that's all I really want to say about them. About the Giggling Gorgeist. I'm pretty sure Swishy is in the Aqua Conference as well, right?
She's in our conference, yes.
Yeah, it's like, God's sake. So Swishy, when we play you, best of luck, and we wish you luck in the rest of the league. Next, we're gonna get to my favorite team. I think this guy is one of the most talented battlers around, I swear. The Cork Cradilys. I don't know the guy personally, but I think he's just one of the most talented and beautiful people I've ever known in my life.
I can't disagree with that statement.
Oh, thank you, man. Oh, you make me blush. But Cork Cradilys, moi, is the coach of the Cork Cradilys, and I'm gonna apologize, guys. I messed up week 2. You see, what my mindset was, I was gonna bring Superior to all Blastoise, but I didn't think Blissey just comes in and walls Superior. I should have put those 2 together, and you know what? I wish I brought Machamp, because Machamp would have had Guts, taken a Scald from Blastoise with the Assault Vest, which I would have rung. The only thing that would have been able to deal with it was Azelf, Altaria, Scizor, and Mamoswine, but none of them really want to come in on a swap, you know? Except for Azelf, maybe.
Yeah.
So I really, really regret bringing Superior. And I don't know if you know that. Well, actually, you watched the video. Superior was pretty much fully specially defensive for Thundurus. And I'm going to remember from now on, I can't just judge a team and say, like, oh, that's his strongest mons. He's going to bring that. No, I can't just, you know, presume what he's going to bring. And 2 pretty big mistakes I made. Letting Muck die to an Earthquake. I kind of don't mind that because I completely forgot about Earthquake. I had no idea Earthquake was coming, but I should have remembered it. I thought he was going to run Flamethrower instead of Earthquake for Aggron, because it would have done more, I think. But I don't know.
I mean, the Muck, I think you could have maybe Shadow Sneaked and gotten just some damage and maybe hope for the Poison Touch.
But I didn't bother because I knew it would die to an Extreme Speed.
Yeah, I mean...
So, it was kind of 50-50.
It was, but I think your biggest mistake was just letting the Mega Aggron die.
Yeah, because I knew he wasn't going for Bullet Punch. I could have just gone into Sylveon, and then right there, I could have gone back on Aggron, find out right then and there, was he banded. I didn't think of the Scizor.
I mean, he was doing a lot of damage, and it didn't show leftovers, and it didn't show Life Orb after all of his attacks. So
yeah, I wasn't turned on. I didn't have my cousin was there. Not blaming my cousin, not saying that was the reason, but my cousin was kind of there. I was kind of trying to explain to him what was going on. So my mind was kind of preoccupied. Not saying that's why I lost. I lost because my opponent played well better than me. But
it's not a bad loss to take on your record.
Yeah. It's an unfortunate loss. I think it's a loss that we can recover from. And Blissey is such a problem. Whoever is playing Blissey, or Blissey, I just call the team Blissey now. Whoever is playing, what was the coach? My mind's gone blank.
It's a Richmond Rhyperior.
Richmond Rhyperior. Whoever's playing the Richmond Rhyperior first, please plan for Blissey, because please, do not fall into the trap that I did. So yeah, do you want to say anything?
I mean, you've still got a pretty good core going there.
Yeah.
I think if you're gonna bring Dragonite, you're gonna need some hazard control, because that once I found out it was a banded Dragonite, I saw it could do a lot of work against his team, especially with, you know, his physical wall being poisoned and weakened and not really having a great recovery. But the Stealth Rocks up that you couldn't get rid of just kind of limited his switch-ins to it. And then he had the instant check of Mamoswine that could come in and, Ice Shard when you're not at multi-scale is an instant KO.
One shot every single time. Even if he wasn't Life Orb or Choice Band, it's always going to kill. So... And I drafted Hitmonlee, which is not the best rapid spinner. I'm hoping to make a few changes at week 6 if I can. I don't know how that's going to work. We'll figure that out. But I won't say who I'm planning to draft because I feel like I'll get sniped. But I'll leave it at that. I have some plans, and we only have, what, 3 games until the past week? The bye week?
Let me check. Just
no, we have 4. 3, 4, no, 3. Week 3, week 4, week 5, and then 6 is the past week.
Yes, I believe you're correct. Yeah, week 6 is the bye week, so.
So, and also, Hurricane Island Lugias, if you're watching this, you're about to get bopped, son. You're about to get bopped. Your 2-0 is about to become a 2-1. Trust me when I say we are going to rock their worlds, guys. I am so prepared for that. But I think that's all we want to say about the best team in the league. Yeah.
Currently sitting at number 10 in the power rankings.
Hey, I don't need that sass. But anyway, we're going to move on to number 9, the Konoha Munchlax, which I fucking love these guys. I love these guys.
They definitely have a team that looks like it's just a team of underdogs, and I want to see them do well. I do. I think they've got the highest point total remaining for week 6.
Yeah.
To move stuff around, but Mega Sharpedo, Lairon, Pavilion, Munchlax, Hitmonchan, these are supposed to be some of their utility or offensive Pokemon,
and they're all like NU and below.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's actually. Can I just jump in? Have you noticed the amount of love Aggron and its species have gotten? They draft Lairon, someone else drafted Aggron, and I have Mega Aggron. The love is so real. People are loving Aggron right now. I swear to God. But yeah, they made a lot of changes. They picked up Tangrowth, didn't they?
They did.
That's a huge pick in my opinion. I think that's because Tangrowth is just amazing. Lairon is also good. He got rid of Klefki. I don't know if I agree with that. Because not that Lairon's bad, it's just Klefki is so good.
Yeah. I mean, he does have Gliscor for hazards.
Yeah, but Gliscor doesn't get spikes, does it?
It doesn't.
So that's why I was thinking. And Klefki gets Light Screen and Reflect, which is what I love about it. And it gets spikes and gets Thunder Wave. You just run that fully, that set, and you're good to go. I don't really agree with it. Dropping Lairon, but maybe he had to for points actually. So.
Oh no, he has plenty of points but I think he's just. I think he just wants to use the underdog team and prove that it can work well. And
hey, man, that's fine.
He's in a conference where that might actually work out for him.
He's in Magma, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah. So best of luck to Munchlax and Lairon. Oh my God, that's so funny. How many teams have actually drafted the Mon they're based off? I didn't draft Cradilys. I wanted to. He actually drafted Munchlax. That's so funny to me. I think that's like the only team. Let me check. Elexfar Future Sites isn't even Pokemon, so you can't really.
Oh, I mean.
The Pangoros did. Pangoros did,
no,
didn't
they? Pangoros did not. They don't have Pangoro, but Pangoro is out there to be picked up.
Yeah, that's true. Swishy did draft Gorgeist, right? No, she didn't.
No.
No,
Gorgeist
she drafted Trevenant, its cousin. Lake of Rage Gyarados didn't actually pick Gyarados. Rhyperior didn't actually get Rhyperior. You totally picked Bagon, right? Totally.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right next to my Druddigon and Mega Camerupt.
Oh, baller. Lugias, obviously. Combuskins, I honestly would have picked Combuskin. Speed boost, bulk up. True.
I think they got Stoutland. I think, they have one Sandsetter in there, but I know Stoutland's it's not a bad choice for that and Mantine.
Oh, dude, low key, I would love Mantine. I think Mantine's an awesome Pokemon. I wish I got Mantine, actually. But, I think we're gonna move on. The Flygons and Kabutops didn't. Oh, what's that?
Let's just talk about the Munchlax 2 weeks. They played the franchise that became the Boston Blastoise. They got a 3-0.
Good. Yep.
And that put them, and they were tied on top all the way around after the first week for the conference. But then you go up against the number 1 ranked, and you kind of just drop after that. You just play for differential, and he didn't really get. It was a close game, but he didn't get the differential.
Yeah, your Wi-Fi is kind of bad, so I'll just take over quickly while maybe you try to fix that. I don't know if you can. But I think the Munchlax have a really good team. I think they definitely have the potential to be top of the group because they have, like you said, an underdog team. And what's their aces again? Because I know Mega Sharpedo is a Mega, but it's not really an ace. But what's their like high tier picks?
They have Rotom Wash for defense, and then they just have
Gliscor, right?
Gliscor, Entei,
Yeah.
Tyrantrum, and Tangrowth.
You literally can just say those 5, and you know he has a great team right there. You know, 2 powerful walls in Rotom Wash and Gliscor. Entei is obviously, you know, Entei. Tangrowth is great, right? Tyrantrum, don't care what anyone says, it's a wall breaker.
Yep.
And yeah, so good luck to them. Is that all, or do you want to say anything else?
That should be about it for them.
So the Lake of Rage Gyarados, I believe their team was Raikou, Terrakion, Weavile.
Yes.
Yes, this is a team that I respect purely because name one defensive mon he has. Tentacruel, because its defense is only 60. That's the only reason I say that. But most of his team is really offensive.
He does have Sandslash as well.
But again, its special defense is you know?
I mean, that's his physical wall. Tentacruel is his special wall.
And they're both
everything
rapid
else.
spinners, so you cannot sit up on this man.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has a crazy draft. Not only is it super fast in Raikou, Weavile, Terrakion, Ambipom, I think. Ambipom, I'm sure.
And Chinchou.
Yeah, the freaking cousins right there. If one doesn't do the job, he can bring the other, you know? That's a great pick. Weavile is obviously really, really good. There's one other man. There's another man. What? Mega Houndoom. That was it. Mega Houndoom is, I think, a great Mega because it can do a lot of things.
I like his Mega pick simply because he also found the value in Tier 4 with Ninetales. Ninetales isn't that great, but it does get him that drought ability.
So true.
So he can pair that together.
Yo,
with Mega
I
Houndoom.
didn't even think of that. That's genius. Shout out to the Lake of Rage Gyarados. That's a great fucking strategy. But I think they can definitely go all the way. I love Mega Houndoom because it gets Sucker Punch, it gets a Nasty Plot, it can Flamethrower, it can Solar Beam if the sun is up, like you said with Ninetales. It can do a lot of things. And obviously Raikou. Oh my god, Raikou. Terrakion.
Lead
Frostlass. I didn't even think that. They're gonna be a problem for me. Oh my god, they're gonna be a problem for me. But
Other conference.
Oh, they're Magma?
They are.
Bless the heavens. But I think they could definitely go all the way with their team. The only thing I will say though, if you know they do want to make a trade, I would trade out Amon for more defense because they don't have Steel type. Correct me if I'm wrong.
They do not.
So I would probably look for a Toxic Immunity just to have it.
Well, they have the Tentacruel as the Toxic Immunity.
That's true. That's true. And they have Houndoom as the burn immunity. They have Raikou as the power immunity. Actually, never mind. I'm dumb. Never mind. Disregard everything I said.
It's a very hyper offensive team.
Definitely.
But you know, if you can't wall at least half his team, then he just kind of you got to trade blows with him and hope you're standing at the end of it.
Yeah, like I said earlier, hyper offensive teams are very hit and miss. But I think with the mons he has. Like, you can just say Mega Houndoom, Weavile, Raikou, and Terrakion. Those are 4 mons that I don't think any one Pokemon could take them on. I doubt. So, that's a really good team. So, I think we move on? We move on?
Yep.
Yeah. The Man-Chestnut Skitties. I will say to the day I die, this name is really hard to say 4 times over really, really fast. Man-Chestnut Skitties. I swear to God. But, I don't really know how they're doing. I haven't really been keeping up on the Skitties. So, Joey, inform us.
They are an okay battler, but I would say they're probably the best team builder in the league.
Oh, okay.
Hands down. I've talked with them pre-match and tested a little bit, and they have a Pokemon that just answers every threat that can be potentially brought, and they've also gone over any unique threats, like a unique set run to specifically counter them. They have a counter to it as well. So their flaw is basically just in the battle. But if they have this kind of team building, they can just play safe throughout the game, and they'll be able to pick up good wins. And I think they can push for a playoff spot if they continue to build as well as they've been building.
What's their score? I'm assuming it's 2-0 or 1-1.
They're 1-1.
Oh yeah, the week 1 Suicune. Yeah.
I
remember that, yeah.
I talked with them, and they had a choice specs Rotom specifically for the Suicune.
It was choice specs?
It was.
Oh, he should have won. If you guys don't know, he placed the Hurricane Island Lugias. It was like 4-1 or something.
It was 3-1.
3-1, yeah.
At that point.
And Suicune set up Calm Minds and swept his whole team because Manchester Citys Rotom missed 2 Leaf Storms.
2 Leaf Storms in a row, yep.
That is horrible luck. It's horrible luck, man.
Now, I will say he had the Crobat in at the first part, and I think he might have been playing for more differential than playing to win, because that Crobat also had Taunt. So he just gone for Taunt and forced the Suicune to just take it out, he could bring in the Rotom and go for the safe Thunderbolt.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think two or three Thunderbolts would have taken out the Suicune no problem.
So yeah, I do feel bad for him that he missed the 2D Storms, but when the game is sealed right there in one play and he didn't go for it, because Suicune is not a Mon you mess around with. Like, it's a Mon that can completely blow you back. So I think they made a pretty silly play. But you know what? It's week 1. It doesn't matter. They still won 1-0. That's still a good score.
But they lost 1-0. They
lost 1-0, sorry. Yeah.
But then they won 3-0 the next week against Swishy. So
yeah.
they're sitting 1-1, and I think they're pretty high. Yeah, they're tied for 3rd in their conference. So
wow,
that's
all right, awesome.
Pushing a playoff spot. So
damn. All right. Well, they're a force to be reckoned with. So we move on, I'm assuming.
yes.
Yes. Let's move on to the Richmond Rhyperiors. I have a few choice words for these motherfucking. Richmond Rhyperiors, in my opinion, are the league winners. And I really, really, truly believe that. Because you can just say Mamoswine, Scizor, Thundurus, Blissey, Blastoise, Houndoom, Exeggutor, Garbodor. They don't even have Exeggutor anymore. They got it for Throw, who's an amazing Pokemon. I think that was a great choice by them. Because they didn't need a grass type. I think they don't actually have another grass type. But they didn't need one. I think they truly can win the game because Blissey is a Mon. It's not like Chansey where you can knock off it and make it, make a weakness. Blissey has no weakness unless you have a fighting type move. That's it. That's the only way. Physical fighting type move. That's a mistake that I definitely made going back to our match. I didn't plan enough for Blissey, and I thought, because Aggron had enough EVs to outspeed. I was like, I'll just taunt it. But he had Thunder Wave. That was so silly of me to think that. In some ways, I wish I kind of brought Heliolisk, but I don't think it would have mattered, because I still can't touch the Blissey.
Well, the other thing, too, is not only does Blissey's physical side get covered by Blastoise, he also has Garbodor and Granbull to switch into those fighting attacks.
Like, I knew he wouldn't bring Granbull because Altaria is there, and the only reason he'd bring Granbull is to wall Dragonite. So I knew he wasn't bringing Granbull against me. But Garbodor was a definite, he could have. And that's the reason I brought Muck, because if he starts setting up Toxic Spikes, I was done. So that's one of the big reasons, because I was going to bring Snorlax, Joe the Snorlax, which I have to tell you, it's not named after you. It's named after my dad. So sorry about that, because I completely forgot. Like, I named it and I was like, oh wait, so he might take that the wrong way. But yeah, that's named after my dad, which is pretty funny. I actually told him and he was like, motherfucker. But yeah, that's pretty funny. But I think Richmond Rhyperiors have a great chance to win. They have a really powerful team, and one of the best Megas in the game, man. Mega Altaria, do not mess with it.
I can definitely see them in the playoffs.
100%, yeah. I like, as long as they don't mess up, and they have, good luck. Obviously, hacks is a big part of it. But as long as they, don't play badly and they make the right decisions, I think they can do really, really well. So let's move on to the worst team in the league.
So by far.
Absolute trash. They literally suck your boys' nuts.
Yeah, this is my team. We're undefeated, but I put us at 5 simply because, a 5-0 and a 4-0 win in less than 20 turns doesn't really test anything. So
Jesus Christ, that's a fucking destructive ass team. Okay, there's not really much to say, like you said, because you defeated your teams really, really fast. Didn't you face two of the lowest, what's it called? Lowest teams in the league, as in score-wise?
yeah, I faced the 13th and the 16th ranked team.
Yeah, like you really, yeah.
So I mean, there's something to say for the only reason I'm up above the other ones is simply because I'm undefeated and I'm, right behind the number 1 ranked guy.
Oh, totally. You
league
should totally
by-
be where you were. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But I mean, any higher is I couldn't justify it.
Yeah.
Simply
Yeah, you're
because-
definitely top 5. So I think the top 5 can't really be disputed. Richard, my Fury, you can make the argument, but they still lost one game. They lost the first game, which I don't know how.
That was the close 1-0. That could have gone either way.
Really.
But I think, I could have, if my differential was a little lower, I would have definitely switched the two around because they had a much more difficult schedule and proved themselves against both of them. So
Yes, especially. But dude, I'm just saying, because of I cannot wait until our match. I think we're gonna have an awesome match, and I cannot wait for that. You swapped out Mega Camera up, didn't you?
I did.
You silly son of a bitch. You
I
silly.
I swapped him out to get a better defensive wall instead of Drudagon, and then I brought in Aromatisse because I needed a Wish Passer and someone that can be a cleric.
Oh yeah, like totally, in my opinion, the best, there are like 3 triangles in Pokemon, in my opinion. There's Fire, Water, Grass, but then there's Dragon, Steel, and Fairy. That's the one that I like the most. You'll notice, because we have Dragonite, Sylveon, and Aggron. Those are our first 3 picks. But, I think you have, like, Mega Steelix and Aromatisse are really, really good together, because Steelix doesn't like get any recovery, which is why it's solely low tier. And Aromatisse, in my opinion, is really good, other than having a shitty design. I think it's a good Pokemon.
It's a weaker Florges, but I like its hidden ability that prevents it from getting taunted, so I don't have to run.
Yeah,
an attack.
like Florges has a pretty useless abilities, like Grass types can't get poisoned or stuff. Like that's useless. But Aromatisse has a decent ability, and Steelix and Aromatisse both get walled by Aggron. So have fun with that.
We'll have fun.
We'll have fun. So you want to move on? Or do you want to say any
Yep.
new words? Okay, so Hurricane Island Lugias, my next opponent, and you didn't play them yet, did you? No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
No, I will play him though.
Now, these guys, they got a 6-0 in their second week. Correct me if I'm wrong. And they got a 1-0 in their first week. So they're definitely pretty high tier. Honestly, I think you should be number 4 and they should be number 5. Because they got the 1-0.
Well, the 1-0 was a kind of a fluke. That was the one against the Skitties.
Yeah.
But, anytime you get an actual 6-0 and completely jump up with differential, you kind of
Yeah.
got to give props for that.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to take that away from them, but the 1-0 I feel like is good. But they have a monstrous team. Like, all the legendaries. Holy shit, the legendaries. Latios, Suicune, Keldeo, Registeel, Volcarona, Tyranitar, Leafy, who I know is not a legendary. Be beside me. They have Cradilys, which I think they might bring against me just to spite me. I think they have a really good draft as well. But like the LX Forest future sites, they haven't really been tested yet, other than the first week, which I think they should have lost. Honestly, they should have lost. I don't think they have been tested yet, and I promise you guys, I will play my best against them. I promise I will do all that I can to win, and I think I have a really good matchup against them. I won't tell you here because, But with that being said, you want to move on?
Sure.
We're 45 minutes into this, Jesus Christ. We're almost done, guys. Kentucky Fried Kabuto. Kabutoffs, what am I saying? Combuskins, they're good. I don't know much about them.
They do actually have a pretty scary draft.
Hit me.
Talonflame,
Oh,
Chestnut,
yeah. That team.
Galvantula, Mega Blastoise, Kyurem Black, Crocodile, Porygon Z. I mean that's like 7 or 8.
And then Mega
top tier,
Blastoise, right? Mega Blastoise?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now just to scare you. When we face, are they in Aqua?
They're in Magma.
Thank God. I was gonna say I would have to bring competitive Milotic against the Sticky Web, but that would never really work because the match just still one-shots me. So they have a really, really scary draft. A bit of a fairy weakness, other than Talonflame, I think. They don't really have a good counter to it.
Yeah, not
That's why
really.
when I saw them, I was like, oh, I'm going to play them, which I'm wrong about. I was like, oh, I'm going to play them. I probably should run offensive Sylveon, you know, but they don't really have like a noticeable weakness because they have the electric weakness in Talonflame and Blastoise that's covered by Chestnut and Kyurem, so it's like...
And Crocodile.
And Crocodile. I completely forgot about Crocodile. They have a bit of an ice weakness in Chestnut and Crocodile, but that's covered by Blastoise and Blastoise.
Yeah,
So yeah, they have a definitely a really good team.
I can definitely see them in the playoffs as well from the Magma Conference.
Dude, that's like the 6th team. You said this is gonna make playoffs. You're scaring me. But yeah, like I said, they have a really, really good team, and they seem like a force to be reckoned with in the Magma Conference. Anyway, I'm just saying. So Kentucky Kabutops, we move on.
Yep, number 2.
Number 2, the runners-up so far, the Kentucky Kabutops. They have a team that I can't remember off the top of my head.
Well, they made some changes.
Okay.
But last week they had Mew, Vaporeon, Flygon, Rhydon,
yes, this
Haunter, Mega Sceptile, Tornadus T, Heatran, Frogadier, Tauros, and Lucario.
They swapped Sceptile for
Mega Latios.
which I think is a very, very good pick. I don't think Mega Sceptile is awful, but I don't think it's good in league type format. I think Latios is much better.
I mean, the Mega. If you had to choose between Mega Latios and regular Latios, you take regular Latios all the time. But
Yeah.
I mean, just getting one of the Latios, Mega or not, is still pretty good. I would have opted for Mega Latios, but I think he wanted a little more offensive pressure.
Yeah, like I think his team definitely supports it because he has what does he have? My mind has gone blank again. Oh my god. You know what I mean though? His team seems like it fits Latios. Oh yeah, because Lucario is weak to ground. Heatran. Did he swap out Heatran?
No, he still has Heatran.
Yeah, Heatran's weak to ground. Rhydon, I'm sure he is weak to ground. He has a lot of ground weaknesses, and Sceptile, while being grass type, it doesn't want to take. And obviously, also, it gets blasted by Mamoswine. And I don't know if they play them.
They already played. That was their 1-0 win first week.
Oh, really? Well, I'm wrong. Well, I had faith in you, Richmond Rhyperiors. You had one job. But no, I think Kentucky Kabutops are a really scary team, and they're definitely league fucking winner contenders, man. Holy shit.
Oh, they are. They're definitely up there. And the thing about them that's scary is they've kind of been They have actually been tested twice now.
Oh yeah, totally. They played the Richmond Rhyperiors, and who did they play second week?
They played what's Cubchew's team? The Rufflet Riders.
Yeah.
They with the comeback with the Florges and the Victini, and that was almost.
Which actually, now that you can think about it, you can also make the claim that Kentucky Kabutops shouldn't be number 2 because they almost made that back. But I mean,
I did talk to him a little bit afterwards, and Vaporeon was held at full health just in case the Florges and Victini started to cause problems. They could bring that in and stop that right there. He did show me the calcs from his spread, so he was prepared in his mind. So I don't think it was so much that it could have switched around, but he kind of let the differential go, and that's just why I couldn't justify even like throwing him up there as a potential number 1. But I mean, the number 3, the number 4, and the number 5, I don't think they've done enough to warrant kicking him out from the number 2 spot.
Are you in a hurricane there? What the fuck is going on? But my recording is starting to mess up a little bit. Sorry if there was a bit of glitches there. But we're going to try to end this off really quickly. The Philadelphia Flygons, not much to say.
Oh,
Scary ass team.
a 6-0 and a 4-0.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, you can make the claim that, you know, who was it? The number 3, the Combuskins, I think it was, or the Lugias. They got the 6-0, but they also got the 1-0. This guy got a 6-0 and a 4-0. There's no real.
I mean, his 4-0 came against the number 3 ranking at the time.
Oh my God! Yeah,
completely sent him down.
Throw it off by because he's in the Aqua division, right?
He is.
Yes. So we're gonna play them soon, guys. Holy shit! They have a. I'm just gonna name the ones that I remember. You can clean them up. Mega Venusaur, Conkeldurr, Hitmontop, Hydreigon, which they dropped actually for Tyranitar.
Yep.
Yeah, they dropped. So they have Tyranitar now, which I actually think might be worse. I don't know. It's because they already have a Dragon type. Actually, now that I think about it, actually Tyranitar probably is the better option.
Yeah.
And Zygarde. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how that goes for them. But they have Mega Venusaur, Conkeldurr, Hitmontop, Tyranitar, Jellicent, Togekiss, Zygarde. That's all I can remember. But like just after those the 7 or 8 that I just named, they're a scary team.
They have Delphox and regular Aggron.
See the love for Aggron. Even the best player in the league knows Aggron is power. That's fact.
They have Meowstic, the male Meowstic with the Prankster, and they also have Mawile, which gives them that another fairy coverage and that defensive Intimidate.
Probably he might drop Mawile because he got Aggron, but who knows? We'll see. But they, I think, very, very deservingly deserve the first place spot for now. But I swear, we're gonna take over the Philadelphia Flag.
They beat that was their week 2. Their week 2 was up against the number 1 from the Magma Conference, and it was a 4-0 win there. So.
Oh my God! So this is a team that not be messed with. But Flygons, do not underestimate me.
I think, having the number 1 and the number 2 seed, as well as the number 4 and the number 5 seed in our conference, is just,
That's incredibly ridiculous.
We have the Triton Tortugas, so
who are ranked like 14th.
Yeah, they're gonna be the Kentucky Kabutops right away, and you play the Hurricane Island Lugias.
Yeah, we both have really tough weeks ahead of us. So
and he just gets to build up that differential.
Yeah, he has the easiest week. Now, to be fair, and one thing that I do want to say, so far, Flygons, like you said about other teams, they haven't been challenged. So you can make the argument that, hey, someone might just come along and just bop them one day,
You can make that argument, but I think they brushed them aside. So is it that they're not getting challenged, or that they're just that good?
Yeah, we're going to find out in the next coming weeks. But I think we're going to end it off there, guys. I'd like to thank Joy for being here. It's been awesome talking to you, man. It's been like an hour-long video. I might try to edit out some parts and try to make this a little bit shorter for you guys. But if you guys have enjoyed and you are still rooting for the FC Bagonlona or the Cork Cradilys, make sure to heavily slam the like button down below first. Leave a comment. Who do you think is going to win, the Philadelphia Flygons? I almost said the Fralligators. God's sake. Do you want the Cradilys to win? Do you want the Bagonlona to win? Who do you want to win? Joy, any last words you want to say?
Oh, cheer for me as we take on the Kentucky Kabutops before we take on, week 4, taking on that top seed as well.
Oh my God, you have pretty rough next 2 weeks. Yeah. I think I do as well. I think I actually played the Kentucky Kabutops 4th week. Yeah. I don't know for that for sure, but I know we have a tough opponent. So, again, guys, I thank you for watching, and me and Joey are out of here. Don't do drugs.